Hey everyone and welcome. So things aren't the same with Evan Centopani anymore. Back in 2017, he slipped on ice outside his home, which ruptured his left quad tendon and required surgery. This was the first major injury in his long bodybuilding career, and the long recovery process hindered him from competing in that year. He announced that he will be making his return to New York Pro 2020, but that didn't happen, although he was in a great shape. After these career-threatening injuries, his strength hasn't been the same anymore. Evan did release some great upper body shots back in 2020, but no one knows how his legs are gonna look if he decides to step on stage again. Beating a legend like Dexter Jackson back in 2011 is the highlight of his career. I think his last contest was back in 2016 when he competed at Honor Classic and placed 5th. Waiting to see how much size Marc Hector can put on in this offseason under his coach Abdullah, who considers him future of the sport. Marc did brought some crazy conditioning back in 2020, but the lack of size for his tall frame kept him from placing higher. He does possess an aesthetic physique with one of the smallest waists in the open IFBB division. For a tall guy like him, I don't think 1 year is enough time to fill out the frame, but eventually when it happens, he will be the one to look for. So Fred Smalls is finally competing in 4 weeks at California Pro. Another bodybuilder who had to fight through several injuries and make a comeback to the stage. While Fred doesn't have the most aesthetic shape, but he is looking shredded in his recent back shot, and it's only gonna get better from this point onwards. Fred was prepping to return to Honor Classic back in 2020 before it got cancelled due to COVID. And here is the recent training update of Lionel pressing almost 400 pounds, making it look really easy. Fans would like to see him compete at Chicago Pro and stand next to guys like Sergio and Hunter. When it comes to pure shape, the flow, the amazing round muscle bellies, and small waist, Lionel can be considered as one of the most genetically blessed guys we saw in the last 2 decades. But never once in his career he nailed his conditioning at 100%. Do you guys think we'll ever see the best of him at this point of his career when he has entered his 40s? Other than Honor Classic and the Olympia, I still believe Lionel at his absolute best can win any show he enters. Steve Laureus has confirmed that he will be competing this summer and is excited to finally step on Mr. Olympia stage after sitting out 2 years in a row. There is no doubt in my mind that Steve is on top of the list of those guys who can potentially give the reigning champion Chris Bumstead a run for his money. Unlike Brian Ansley and Terrence, Steve is a tall guy who hits several classic shots that are unique to his structure and possesses a great vacuum. Really looking forward to Steve's package and improvements he made since Honor Classic 2020. Lastly, some New York Pro updates as we are almost 2 weeks out of the show. Nick has almost killed the whole Blasting hype after multiple responses to fans regarding Blasting's physique and how he doesn't even consider him a threat.
I don't hear nothing. I just can't hear him.
Blasting, on the other hand, did reveal his legs fully depleted 10 days out of Indy Pro, and honestly, he does look impressive. Michal called him out again to show a front shot of his quads, upon which he was attacked by Blasting's fans to switch to IFBB Pro League. And we are really looking forward to see that happen possibly in the future. Hassan Mostafa continues to get better, and there is no reason for him to not show up at his best, as he came to the US early and had plenty of time to adjust according to the new environment. With Justin working under Abdullah, that's gonna be a surprise factor as well. This is going to be one of the best shows of the year certainly. If you like the video, please do subscribe the channel. Thank you.